Sunday is National Roller Coaster Day, and when you're talking about the best roller coaster amusement parks in the country, you cannot have that discussion without bringing up Hersheypark. We take a look into the past, present, and future of the sweetest place on earth as a go-to spot for coaster lovers of all ages. It's a sound that's easily recognizable and usually followed by...
We are lucky enough to have 15 coasters here at Hersheypark, which is the most in the Northeast. We are the largest park in Pennsylvania. We have something for everybody, from mild to wild.
To see where it all began, we'll jump on the Jolly Rancher remix and go backwards to 1923 when Milton Hershey had the Wildcat built in honor of the 20th anniversary of the town of Hershey. That lasted until 1945 when it was replaced by the Comet, the last roller coaster bought by Mr. Hershey. At 80 years old, the coaster is still a staple.
It was painted green. It blended in with the landscape. It's been painted white for quite some time, and it just pops. So it is one of those first coasters that people ride as kids, but then grandparents come back and take their grandkids on because they remember it.
New rides and coasters would occasionally pop up over the years, but the 90s changed everything.
It was called the Roller Coaster Wars because everybody was trying to outdo their neighbors and trying to provide a balanced product. In order to do that, we added family-friendly, thrill-seeking, back to family-friendly, which caused rapid growth in our ride lineup. But it allowed us to put together a roller coaster collection that is looked highly upon in our industry.
If you think some coasters' lines can be long,
now get ready, here we go.
The process to get a new ride begins years before anything is announced.
Those conversations will start well in advance before we're even interested in purchasing or have a plot of land that we have, that we're interested in placing their attraction. So we are big into relationships with manufacturers and learning what they have new, technology advancements, but it can be anywhere between 5 to 10 years that we have a ride kind of on our radar to be able to put in the park.
To understand the amount of time needed, one has to really understand just how many factors are involved.
What does the ground underneath the ride look like? What are the other rides doing around that new ride? Or what is the food and beverage offering? So not only just the topography, but the placement within the park and how it affects the overall guest flow. The other part is how many people can we put through in an hour? Is it going to be too busy? Is it going to complement the other rides? It's all kind of a big jigsaw puzzle that's always changing and moving.
Sometimes new rides means creating space by getting rid of some old ones.
We're looking at ride popularity when it comes to how they stack up against each other. The other components that we're looking at, what are overall maintenance costs? How easy is it to find parts from that certain manufacturer?
Still, while the new rides are exciting, Hershey knows some rides are too iconic to even consider removing.
There's certain attractions that we call our sacred cows. So they're rides like Kissing Tower, Super Duper Looper, Comet. Those attractions, whatever it takes.
Believe it or not, the I Survived Super Duper Looper, the ride that's turning 50 in 2027, that t-shirt is still one of the highest selling products in our gift shops.
Hersheypark turned 120 years old this year, and the park has learned a lot over that time. But just like the park in that span, the park goers are also changing.
Ride manufacturers now are taking a look at how do you make the riding experience different, more so than just tall, fast, upside down, but how do you ride within a ride vehicle?
And Hershey will continue to have coasters that grow with the people walking through their gates.
We add in coasters from the most thrilling coasters with Sky Rush to some of the smaller coasters for our younger guests with Coco Cruiser, Trailblazer. That definitely goes into the planning process of what does that add for the family as a whole.
Now, Wildcat's Revenge was named the best new roller coaster in 2023 and was runner-up for best coaster this year. The 80-year-old Comet has been designated by the American Coaster Enthusiasts as a roller coaster landmark.